What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Fit, Healthy, and most of all, Happy podcast. I'm your coach and host, Josh, here with
your co-host and co-coach KG, and I'm in the house.
And today we're going to be talking about 9 simple ways to live fitter, healthier, and happier this fall. And these are actually 9 things I'm doing personally to make sure I not only maintain my level of fitness, but hit new levels and new highs in my fitness as well. And I find fall is an interesting season because it's cozy. Kyle actually has a little sign in his house even, and it reflects on some of the amazing things in fall, like football games, hot cocoa, apple cider, warm, comfy sweaters, cozy mornings. Like, fall is an amazing time, and I love it. And naturally, you do think of coziness, you think of food, you think of all these other things. And unfortunately, sometimes this can lead to bad habits, and this can cause people to put on some weight through Thanksgiving into Christmas and really fall away from their goals. And we were reflecting actually, and we're already planning our New Year's challenge, and it's going to be our biggest challenge yet. And that's actually taking place in 60 days, which is crazy. So we're pretty much right there, which is nuts. So we're actually excited for that. And we're not just looking to coast through this time or lose progress. Instead, we're actually wondering how can we be our fittest, healthiest, and best version of ourselves while enjoying all the incredible things fall has to offer. And we put our heads together, and this is what we'll be doing. So the first one for me is to spend each time in the sun each day. So I think it's really good to kind of reflect on what you may be losing. So unless you live somewhere where it's sunny all year long and we're really jealous of you, you're probably going to be losing a lot of sun. Like for myself in January, February, it gets dark. You're not seeing much sun. Fall is this nice in-between time where you have a little bit more, you still have some sunny days, but it's not as prevalent as the summer is. The sun's getting up later, it's going down earlier. So now is a great opportunity to intentionally make a point to get out and be in the sun each day. Have some vitamin D on your skin, just be out in the sun, whether it's reading a book outside, doing some work outside. Kyle will get into another phenomenal option after, doing some cool activities. But I think if you can make a point to actually get that sun, you can keep some of that happiness that comes from summer as well. And it's real easy to just cozy up and shell up and be in your house and not really leave. So instead, I find, like even yesterday, I made a point to just get in the sun as much as I could. And I was really happy for it. And I find for me, that motivates me to do more and be more. And it's a very simple one, but it's how I'm excited to kick off this episode.
Yeah, I feel like summer, no matter what, you just end up getting a lot of sunlight and a lot of things we naturally do. We just end up being outside. Whereas fall, we have to be proactive. We have to kind of look at the day and see, where can I squeeze in some extra sunlight? Obviously, so many incredible benefits. I'm still going to be supplementing with vitamin D. I still think it's a great add-on. During the summer, I don't exactly need it because I'm spending so much time doing volleyball and everything outdoors. But my next tip, and one of my most important ones, is just to get outside, go on walks, go on hikes, just get more movement outside. Now, this is something I'm such a big fan of, and honestly, to me, fall is such an incredible time to do that. As long as you bundle up, you wear a nice sweater, jacket, whatever it is. Some days you may even have to wear some mitts and a glove and a hat and whatnot. But it really is such an incredible time as the season changes with the leaves. And when you actually take it all in, to me, it's absolutely beautiful. And it's funny, even recently I started walking with my daughter on my back. She's 11 months old, and I got this backpack Josh gave me. And it's really cool because she gets to take it all in. It's super exciting. My dogs love it. Even for her, it's nice because she, once again, instead of just having her in the stroller, she gets to chill on my back. It's a nice add-on for myself. So I got the 20 pounds, or I guess she's about 17 pounds now. So it's a pretty cool thing that I've been just experimenting with and just trying to get out there, bundling up and just spending a lot of time outdoors as the season changes, as the leaves change. And it's obviously a beautiful time to spend time outside.
Yeah, it's peak walking weather. Even like I was just in Florida, and it's still hot, but it's not as hot as it is in the summer. So you have more opportunity to go on more walks throughout the day. Even for me, going on those longer, more intensive walks is always really exciting. And if you have the benefit of the trees changing colors, everything, it's really motivational. And I think walks, and we mention them a lot, and movement in general, it always inspires more movement. I find I'm the laziest and I have the hardest time moving a finger if I'm just laying around. And it's funny actually, and particular, when I think of my favorite walks ever, it's at the halftime of football games. I love watching a football game, pausing it, going on a walk. I have really fond memories of doing that. Just a short 15-minute walk for that halftime. And it kind of breaks up that restful laying down, which is still super nice and something I really appreciate doing. But in general, it's just so nice. I try to do as many as I can. The third one, very fall specific as well, is to really make sure to stay hydrated. I recommend doing this by having a glass as soon as you wake up, and also just setting a water goal or carrying around a massive water bottle with you if possible. In the summer, it's much easier to be drinking water because it's so hot. You're probably sweating. Just naturally, you will find you'll drink more water in the summer. When it's cooler, you'll reach for it less. And you're also probably having a lot more coffee and other things like that that can actually dehydrate you a bit. So by actually setting a goal, a hydration goal, it connects a lot of dots. When you're overly thirsty, that can cause you to be more hungry. That can cause you to overeat. That can cause you to be dehydrated, which can create a whole slew of different challenges for you and your physique. So you'll find that actually drinking enough water can connect a lot of dots, can help with your skin. So I'd really make a point to set a water goal, especially if you're not diligent with it. It makes a world of difference.
And next up, you want to enjoy the healthy fall foods instead of the unhealthy ones. And of course, there is absolutely a way to fit some of the unhealthier ones in, but you have to be mindful of it, right? I know as soon as fall takes place, a lot of people just decide to just kind of make that switch and say, you know what? I'm going to go for pumpkin spice lattes every day, and they just celebrate with that, which can be an easy 400 or 500 calories. Don't hate me if you enjoy it. And one thing I will say is there's also alternatives. So I know a lot of people, and even Coach Krista in our coaching community, she's shared some different ingredients and different kind of recipes to make some of these things like healthier versions of it. But even on that note, there's a lot of fun fall specials that you can incorporate, obviously as it gets a little chillier. And speaking of which, chili is a great example. There's stews, there's teas, all these different kind of recipes that you can incorporate that like can allow you to still feel festive, I guess you could say, but not just be like an extra 700 to 800 calories every day, right? If you start to have hot cocoa and then apple cider and then all these different things, once again, you can make them fit within moderation, and that's totally fine. Obviously, we follow flexible dieting, so you can 100% make it fit, but just be mindful of these things, have them within moderation, and try to lean more towards the things that are going to be festive, but also beneficial. It's funny because even I remember back when I kind of started to get into like apple fritter donuts, like from our local spot, we can get them for about 350 calories or so. And I remember just getting in the habit of having one every day, and I can make it fit, but I'm like, I just try to avoid these types of habits and instead say, hey, you know what, maybe every 2 weeks I'm going to have one. Once again, like it's not something that can deter my goals completely, but you just want to be mindful so you're not just like consuming a bunch of stuff every day and creating those habits that may lead to overeating or just being out of your calorie range or too much sugar, you could even say. So just something to keep in mind.
Yeah, balance it out. Like if you like marking the start of fall with a pumpkin spice latte, power to you, log it in, make it fit. But there are so many great options. And like for me in particular, I love chili, especially with football, stew, soups. Like these are all actually pretty high protein, low calorie options if you go about them the right way and you avoid heavily using cream and whatnot. And even just in general, bone broths of different kinds are phenomenal options. Even tea is a really good option. Decaf teas can be a great little like warm snack at night. Well, not a snack so much, but I guess a drink rather, where you can have something fun, 0 calories, 0 caffeine, enjoy like a mint tea or something like that. So there are a lot of other great options, and now can be a great time to take advantage of these, switch it up a bit, and still be eating really good, hearty foods. And then next up, one thing that I love Kyle had mentioned, so when we joined that gym that was more of a club, he said he thought it was great how there was a lot of different options of things to do there. If like as the weather shifts and maybe it's a little harder to get outside, it's less exciting, the gym does have a lot to offer. So if you have been avoiding the gym in the summer and you don't want to go there, you want to go to the cottage and you're just rushing in and out, the fall can be a great time to take a little bit more time, maybe lift a little bit heavier, challenge yourself to do a bit more, try some new exercises. And then after that, if you're getting that all done and use some extra time, utilize like the saunas there, the recovery areas. Perhaps you could try a fun class should you desire. Like you have a lot of opportunity to just kind of celebrate the gym as something to do. Like it doesn't need to become your whole life, but you could actually allow yourself to have a bit more time there. And generally that's a good place to hang around because they always say too, if you hang around a barbershop enough, you're going to get a haircut. So I think there's nothing wrong with like doing a little extra abs and just turn up the intensity a bit now that you have a bit more time to be in there.
And next up, you just want to really revisit what your actual goals are. So as soon as fall comes and it starts to take place, Obviously, we're going to be in more clothing, right? Baggier sweaters are kind of more of a thing. We start to want to gain some more muscle. We're going to be not experiencing as many of those moments where we're in, like, let's say, shirtless at the beach or in like bikinis, whatever it is that you're wearing. So a lot of times people say, hey, you know what? I'm going to bulk. I'm going to start to gain some muscle these next 3 to 6 months. I'm going to do a muscle gain phase. And that's cool. That is a great time to do it. Obviously, being mindful of your vacations and whatever it is, you have to kind of be aware of that stuff, right? How you want to look, how you want to feel, prepare for all that stuff. But revisiting and actually having a game plan makes such a big difference. For a lot of people, doing a lean bulk is going to be the greatest thing, where your calories are just a little bit over maintenance. Now, that is going to help you gain some lean muscle. It's going to help you reset your metabolism, just like still minimize fat gain. And so this is what we do with most of our clients. But a lot of people, once that switch takes place where they say, hey, it's fall, I'm going to bulk, or winter, I'm going to bulk, they don't count calories. They skip the gym a little bit. It's kind of harder to get there. They end up just gaining a lot of fat that they end up having to take off afterwards. So revisiting what you want to accomplish, how you're going to do it, will be one of the greatest things you can do during this season.
Yeah, and while you're setting goals, set a challenge for yourself. So even for me, I find the fall season, it's very easy to crutch screens and TVs and football and sports. And I love all these things and I enjoy them. And it's not to say you need to cut them out, but evaluate that and say maybe you're going to be on your phone less and you're going to try and read a bit more, or you're going to start a project or whatever it may be, something that inspires you. Like when you set some new goals and some new challenges, or maybe say, I want to get shredded abs, I'm going to spend more time like just dieting down, doing some abs, like anything that will kind of excite you, especially as we only have about 2 months left in the year. Now is a great time to set an aggressive little goal for 2 months that'll get you fired up and excited into 2026. And we want to give you an opportunity to get pre-access challenge pricing, because if you sign up with us now, our coaching program is a 90-day accelerator, because we really want to get you the groundwork and the positioning for you to see amazing results in that time, and then also get you set up to see results past that. By signing up now, you're actually going to be eligible for that New Year's challenge, and this is going to be the biggest challenge we've ever done. We've done some massive challenges. Our last one was amazing. It was so much fun. Thousands of prizes. We had guaranteed prizes for everyone who completed it. Me and Kyle did it. The other coaches did it. It was just a blast, and the results were absolutely out of this world. But this one, we were doing some crazy things that we're super excited for. And if you want that accountability, that motivation, that excitement, this is your chance to lock that in, because not only are you going to be getting support now, you're going to be getting support through Thanksgiving, you're going to be getting support through Christmas, and you're going to be getting support through New Year's. So don't be one of those people who puts it off, says they're going to start New Year's and falls off. Show yourself you're serious now, and DM us the keyword New Year's to our Instagram at ColossusFit, ColossusFit, to actually register yourself for that. And we're going to get you absolutely shredded for the new year and beyond.
Next up, you're going to want to schedule things in that you look forward to. Now, it's kind of easy for me and Josh, obviously. Years ago, we decided to pick some seasonal things that we look forward to. Summer, as you guys know, we absolutely love beach volleyball. We get out there a few times a week. As soon as fall hits, and even last week, we went to the bike shop just to pump up our bike tires, because we're like, hey, fall is a beautiful time to get out there. It's not too hot. It's just like, beach volleyball season's done. All right, cool. We're going to go mountain biking a few times a week, or maybe once a week. As winter comes, we have got a couple other things. Snowboarding, we're already talking about doing a trip there. Rock climbing's great because I want to be indoors more, of course, on top of doing my walks as consistently as possible. But it's nice to have these seasonal things that you can like really look forward to. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of doing stuff like year round, just because I can kind of get bored of it. So I find it's very exciting when you have something that you do for a period of time, and it's just something to look forward to. So a great way to stay on track, a great way to stay active. Find something that excites you, that motivates you, and you can do with some friends. I highly encourage it.
Yeah, and my last tip for you today is to maximize your input. So like I said, don't fall into like just screen rot nonsense, just scrolling around. And in particular, I think this is probably one of the biggest issues now, and especially when people are getting comfortable, they're indoors, it's real easy to fall super into this. Even I was blown away. I took an Uber the other day, and the whole Uber ride, the guy was just scrolling through stories as he was driving, which is ultra unsafe. But I'm like, this is getting ridiculous. So try and limit that. Take yourself away from it. Set some limits on the time you're on your phone, how much TV you're watching, and replace this with some positive inputs. Read some nonfiction books, listen to podcasts. You're already doing that by listening to this episode, and just find ways to get yourself inspired and hungry. Poke around, spend some time on ChatGPT, asking some questions, getting excited, journaling, setting some goals. Like, now's a great time to study and improve your mindset and get really just enthusiastic about the journey ahead in this amazing, amazing time that is fall. So those are our 9 ways to become fitter, healthier, and happier this fall. We hope you love this episode. If you've been listening to this podcast for a while and you haven't left a review yet, if you could take 2 seconds to do that, it would mean the world. It helps us grow. It recommends the podcast more. So if me and Kyle have added value for you, we'll be so enthusiastic if you do. And I always like to say it's easy to put these parts of the episode off and say, oh, someone else will do it. But truly, every single review matters. We look at every single one and it really puts a smile on our face. So if you could do that, it would simply mean the world. But thank you so much for tuning in today. And we're excited to have you join us for that New Year's challenge. So once again, message us on Instagram, New Year's challenge, to learn more. Our Instagram's at ColossusFit. We'll see you over there. Peace out.